Who leaked that information to TMZ? I'm just asking. Hi and welcome to Flaa Talk. I'm Kjersti Flaa, and here on my channel I talk about my good and bad experiences in Hollywood with celebrities and working as an entertainment reporter. Lately I've been reporting a lot about Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, Justin Baldoni, and a little bit of Taylor Swift and some other people that are getting dragged into this mess. So, a few days before Justin Baldoni filed his $400 million lawsuit, I received an email from a woman. She pointed out that the personal trainer that Justin Baldoni had hired after Blake Lively had recommended him to him was also a trainer that she was working with. She did some online training with him or whatever. She didn't want me to mention her name. She said to me, "Don't you think it's very unethical of this trainer to take that client privilege that he has with Justin Baldoni and tell Blake Lively about their conversation?" So what really happened, that we can also see in Justin Baldoni's lawsuit, was that he asked in confidence his personal trainer how much Blake Lively weighed, because he had a back issue. And the personal trainer, of course, knew about this back issue. They were talking about it in text messages and how he could fit his training regimens into, building up his strength again. So what this trainer does is go straight to Blake Lively and tell her about it. So this guy, Don Saladino, I looked him up on Instagram. He's got a bunch of followers and he's using his relationship with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds to get more clients. He's got pictures with them on red carpets, on premieres, and he's praising them that they're such amazing friends. And he's like, "Happy birthday, Blake Lively." And I was going through his Instagram. It's insane. So this guy, either Blake Lively recommended him to Justin Baldoni so she could have a little spy that would tell her everything about Justin Baldoni in the training relationship, or he just went to Blake Lively and told her this out of mean spirit. I don't understand what his motivation was for telling Blake Lively that Justin Baldoni wanted to know her weight. This is so upsetting to me because I've seen so many people like this, especially here in Hollywood, that just keep kissing up and want to just be friends with the celebrities. And of course, it gets him a lot of new clients to show off that he's best friends with Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. But he's doing this on the expense of Justin Baldoni. So he could go to Blake and say, "We're best friends here. He said this about you." It's like watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, where people go behind each other's back and talk about each other. So what would he get from this? What could he gain from this? He knew that either Blake Lively would be pretty upset about it, as she were. I mean, now that we know Blake Lively, she would get upset about something like that. I think a regular person probably would say, "Okay, that makes sense. He's got a back issue. He wants to know how much I weigh." First thing Blake Lively does is go to Ryan Reynolds, her husband, and say, "You know what? Our trainer Don told me that Justin had asked how much I weigh. Isn't that just fat shaming?" And then Ryan would go like, "Yes, we should have a meeting about this." And then they invite Justin Baldoni over and they yell at him, and Ryan Reynolds gets really, really upset. And we could read about this in the lawsuit. It was even leaked to the press before the lawsuit came out. And they have this meeting, and then that's it. So on August 10th, I published my interview with Blake Lively that went viral. It took a few days before it started picking up, but on August 14th, Daily Mail did the first story on my interview, and they said, "Blake Lively made a reporter feel really uncomfortable," and blah, blah, blah. I don't remember if I give a quote in the interview, but anyways, same day, TMZ reports that Justin Baldoni had fat-shamed Blake Lively and had kissed her, like let the kiss linger for too long in a scene. The same day as Daily Mail reported on my video. Who leaked that information to TMZ? I'm just asking, how did that information that was just between these people end up in TMZ? I would maybe ask Leslie Sloan, the publicist, who put that information in front of TMZ. I have to see, I read the TMZ article, and they actually pointed out that this wasn't, that there were people on set that were, or amongst the crew that were really supportive towards Justin Baldoni. So they weren't taking any sides in that piece. But anyway, I think it's so evident what has happened here. And for Blake Lively's team to accuse Justin Baldoni of bad press when there's no way anyone else but her team planted that story. And thanks to this personal trainer for putting that out there. I mean, why would anyone want to work with a guy like that? And that's why this person who emailed me, who wanted to be anonymous, she was like, you should really talk about this. I think it's horrible that you hire someone, and a personal trainer, that could be a very intimate relationship. You talk about a lot of things. You know, some people, I know personal trainers here in Los Angeles, and they say, you know, sometimes they feel like the therapist for their client. So for this guy to just like, oh, Justin Baldoni, he's not that famous, I'm going to go and tell on him up to my really good friends, Ryan and Blake. Oh, yeah, I just had to get that out because I despise people like that. Maybe we will even get to know who planted that story, because I saw an interview that TMZ did with Justin Baldoni's attorney, and during that conversation they talked about, you know, how the press has been, that things have been planted in the press from both sides, and TMZ was like, yeah, we know. I mean, they've been contacting TMZ about things, obviously. And then Brian Friedman said, yeah, maybe you can be an expert witness for us. And he's like, So if TMZ would be put on the stand about this, you know, we will get to know if it was Leslie Sloan or someone else who planted that story there. You can even see on Don Saladino's website that he's highlighting out his celebrity clients, amongst them Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. And there's no mention of training Justin Baldoni on his website, or there's no pictures of him on Instagram either. So yeah, I wonder if he continued training him after that incident. I don't know. Another thing that I've talked about before on my channel when I brought Magnus on, my boyfriend, who also interviewed Blake Lively. If you didn't watch that interview, I'll put a link below, where he was interviewing her for a simple favor, and she was putting the bottle of gin in front of her, which was her husband's gin, to promote that while she was being interviewed. And she was asking Magnus to drink during the interview, which he was like, this is weird. And he felt like he had to do it. And she was like, bottoms up at the end. So he was just like, finishing off the glass of gin that she poured him.
Here we go.
Come on. Woo! Yeah!
She even told him that she doesn't drink, and she said she doesn't even drink coffee, but she just likes the way they make it. And then she goes on and on about how Ryan's gin is made and why she loves it so much, although she doesn't drink it. I mean, all these little things to me is just so telling. And then what she did during the press tour of It Ends With Us, when she was promoting Betty Boo's, which so many people commented on, that was tone deaf from the start, because as the World Health Organization suggests with its data, 55% of all domestic violence incidents happens under the influence of alcohol. So putting that aside, she is pushing people to buy products that she doesn't even use herself. And worst of all, that also this lawsuit mentions, is that at the premiere of It Ends With Us, she even had a special drink called Ryle You Wait. Ryle is the name of the character of Justin Baldoni, who is an abuser. So she named one of her drinks after the abuser at the after party for the movie about domestic violence. I mean, you can't make these things up. It's insane to me. I'm just like sitting here reading this stuff and it's just like, wow. Anyways, Magnus, my boyfriend Magnus, is turning a lot of years tomorrow. It's a big birthday coming up. It would be amazing if you guys wanted to show him some love on his Instagram. I'll put his handle here and surprise him. That would be just so much fun. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for coming back to my channel. I really appreciate all your comments. There's so many theories out there, and so many people have contacted me and told me, you know, you're on Megyn Kelly, you're on Ben Shapiro, you're on Candace Owens, you're on all these talk shows. So that's super exciting. And I think this week, in the middle of this week, I am shooting a big interview, or someone's interviewing me, which is nerve-wracking and a little bit exciting. I hope I can tell you more about that soon. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great weekend and take care of each other and be nice to people and be polite. And yeah,